Hey everyone, Kellow-Webb here, and I have another mind and body amplifier for you today. So really what I'm talking to you today about is how to really access your innate natural postural reflex when you're standing. Because when we were children, when we were learning to stand, we stood with ease, we stood with poise, the spine was really lengthened and the head was beautifully balanced on the top of the spine. And as we get older, we start to hold ourselves upwards and hold on to our body really with excessive tension and strain, which puts pressure on the body. And when you know how to reactivate and access that natural innate postural reflex when you're standing, it allows the body to start functioning better. It allows you to really express and amplify more energy and greater confidence, and it presents you with poise and you come across as being more calm. And it's very, very simple, and it's something that we've just forgotten or not been informed about. So really, to stand with more poise and to stand with a much more aligned posture, what I want you to do is simply stand up and take your feet so that they are placed really quite wide apart, so that the heels are underneath your shoulders, so that your heels are in a line with your shoulders. Okay, I'm just going to turn the camera around so you can have a quick look. Okay, so you can see here my feet are underneath my shoulders, and what I want you to do is just take your awareness to your heels. So think about having approximately 60% of the weight on the middle of your heels, not the back, but the middle of your heels. And think about your heels spreading in all directions. And then allow the rest of your foot to release onto the floor or the ground. Okay, so just stand there. It may feel that you are unbalanced because you've had the weight on your forefoot for a long time, which is compromised the relationship of your head and your neck on your spine. So you're actually then holding yourself up with tension. So just get used, just to try and ignore that sort of unbalanced feeling, and also be aware that standing is not about a fixed position. Standing is a dynamic, because we're constantly evolving and moving, and we've got energy flowing through the body. So standing to attention, standing in a fixed postural position is not good for you, because it fixes the body, it tightens the muscles, which then inhibits the flow of blood and the flow of neural messages up and down the body. So just practice that. Stand with your feet approximately underneath your shoulders, making sure that the heels are sort of in alignment with your hips and your shoulders. Think about roughly 60% of the weight being on your heels, and just play with that. I really mean play with that awareness, that postural reflex, and just see what you notice. Another thing that people tend to do is they stand and they pull their head back. So think of just dropping the chin 2 to 3 millimeters, okay? Because when you pull the head back, you lock down onto the spine, you pull the weight of your skull, which is roughly 5 kgs, down onto the spine, which then stops that free flow of energy up and down your spinal column and between the spine and the brain, which is just critical for us to function more effectively. So give that a go. It's really about just practicing and getting used to that new alignment, the new balance. And the more you practice that, the more you become aware of that, the easier and more natural it will be. And you can stand like it when you're presenting or talking to some friends, or just when you're standing watching a game or around an art gallery, because most people say that when they stand for periods of time, their back starts to hurt. So it's because they're standing with too much tension through their back and they're holding themselves upright. Okay, and when you come with a more natural poised stance, you allow that connection between your mind and your body, and you allow the energy to start flowing naturally up, and you get that upward, outward presence, which is so important. I hope that helps. Look forward to your feedback. Thanks for watching.